Today we're exploring Berlin's S-Bahn system, a sort of hybrid rapid transit and local rail system in one, running both across and around the city. Most services are operated by modern Class 481 and 482 trains, though some older rolling stock can still be found on parts of the network, namely the West Berlin Class 480 and the East Berlin Class 485. Fun fact, Class ET167s dating back to 1938 were only retired in 2003. I'm assuming Germany has some island somewhere that inherited them. The main east-west axis across the city, carrying lines S3, 5, 7 and 9, is the Stadtbahn, an elevated four-track railway which also carries mainline trains, running from Ostkreuz through Ostbahnhof, Alexanderplatz, Friedrichstrasse, Hauptbahnhof, Tiergarten, Zoo and Charlottenburg to Westkreuz, though strictly speaking the four-track elevated Stadtbahn itself is only between Ostbahnhof and Charlottenburg. Insert snarky comment about four-track viaducts here. Running north to south through a tunnel, carrying lines S1 and 2, is the creatively named North-South Tunnel, running from Südkreuz through Anhalter Bahnhof, Potsdamer Platz, Friedrichstrasse and Nordbahnhof to Gessenbrunnen. This is not to be confused with the north-south rail axis, opened in 2006, which runs through the Hauptbahnhof, as this carries only mainline trains, though there are long-delayed plans to run S-Bahn trains along it as well in the future, but I'll save that for another video. The Ringbahn, primarily carrying line S4, circles the city, meeting the Stadtbahn at Ostkreuz and Westkreuz and the north-south tunnel at Südkreuz and Gessenbrunnen, which frustratingly isn't named Nordkreuz. Starting with the Stadtbahn, which first opened in 1882. On my second day in the city, I decided to go out and ride the length of the Stadtbahn, starting at Alexanderplatz and travelling east to Ostkreuz. From there I made my way westward, stopping off at Ostbahnhof and Friedrichstrasse before coming off the Stadtbahn and jumping to the Hauptbahnhof. I doubled back to Friedrichstrasse, then continued westwards via Berlin Zoo to Westkreuz before once again returning to Friedrichstrasse. I'm at Berlin Ostkreuz, or East Cross. This is where the Stadtbahn crosses the Ringbahn and it is Berlin's busiest interchange. So the Stadtbahn doesn't actually start until one station in that direction, Ostbahnhof, but the Stadtbahn trains, the S-Bahn trains that ride on the Stadtbahn do come through here. This station was extensively rebuilt. It took 9 years between 2009 and 2018. It's now served by regional trains as well as the S-Bahn.
There's a major reconstruction going on here. It's like London Bridge. There's new flyovers and all sorts. Here's another station. Well, that's the S-Bahn. Interesting.
И он уже там растит эпоху, он на сексом занимается. А ей das eine pускай. Просто
Warschauer Straße, Übergang zur S-Bahn-Linie 9 und S-Bahn-Linien 1 und 3. Fahrgäste nach Flughafen Schönfeld steigen bitte
Die
hier.
Mitglieder, die sind schon sehr lange drin, aber das ist einfach nicht oberflächlich, aber so, die verstehen sich auch, reden auch über Probleme. Aber hast du gesehen, so nach schon wie einfach ein Künstler, das ist nicht so.
And so here I am at Berlin Ostbahnhof, which first opened in 1842 and it was originally known as the Frankfurter Bahnhof. The station was later renamed Hauptbahnhof and kept the name until 1998. During the Cold War, Ostbahnhof was East Berlin's main station. So I've come to Friedrichstrasse, one of the medium-sized stations along the route, but it's right in the centre of Berlin and such is very busy. Probably best described as the Oxford Road of Berlin. Friedrichstrasse is a fairly normal looking station, but its history is actually really, really fascinating.
güzel güzel böyle. ഇവിടെ ഒരാളില്ല ടിക്കറ്റോടെ എല്ലാവരും ട്രെയിൻ Mal sehen, ich habe viele Wände. So eine mit der andere mit klein. Ja, wollte ich mal sehen. Schreibt wir. Und ich, also ganz kurz, ich finde, das ist die dümmste Antwort, die ihr hätte geben können.
So I've come up here at Berlin Zoological Garten, or as we would call it, Berlin Zoo. I started this video at Ostkreuz and we're finishing here in Westkreuz, West Cross, where the Stadtbahn crosses the Ringbahn. I'd meet the Stadtbahn a few more times on my trip, going from Hackischer Markt to Hauptbahnhof, and then later from Friedrichstrasse to Tiergarten.
Das ist krass, ne?
Alexanderplatz. Übergang zu den U-Bahn-Linien 2, 5, 8 und zum Regionalverkehr.
It's just occurred to me that I was going the wrong way. Now we move on to the North-South Tunnel, which opened between 1936 and 39, and the Ringbahn. I travelled from Friedrichstrasse to Wolleinkenstrasse, then down to Anhalter Bahnhof and back up to Brandenburger Tor, which was originally named Unter den Linden. I later headed up from Friedrichstrasse to Nordbahnhof.
Steigen bitte hier in die Ringbahn um.
Passengers traveling to Essen-Ort, ICC, please change here for the Circle Line.
Ausstieg links. Ausstieg links.
I once again travelled from Friedrichstrasse to Anhalter Bahnhof and back. So I'm back again at Anhalter Bahnhof. What has happened here? It's like the train started to melt. Finally, I travelled on a short section of the Ringbahn from Hermannstrasse to Kölnische Heide on the day I cycled along part of the route of the Berlin Wall. At the end of the day, I travelled back from Wolleinkenstrasse to Oranienburger Strasse.
Eingefahrener Zug auf Gleis 2 S46 nach Königs Wusterhausen über Neukölln.
Kölnische Heide.
The Berlin S-Bahn is a single united network today, but those familiar with the history of Berlin know that it wasn't always this way. So what happened to the S-Bahn during the division of Berlin? How did it all work? Look out for a new YouTube documentary answering exactly that, coming soon. In the meantime, tune in tomorrow for Berlin's U-Bahn and trams.